What's good, y'all? It's your boy Eternal, man, back with another one. We got Monster, man, by NaokiUrasawa'sMonster, episode 3. Yo, this shit has been some shit the past 2 episodes. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, the whole thriller aspect and behind who the killer is and all that shit, it's a little obvious, yo. But they do it well, though. I'm not even gonna front, they do it well, though, because NaokiUrasawa does it well because you would think the daughter is the killer or whatever because she's the only one still standing uninjured, you feel me? And she keeps muttering the words kill, kill. And then you see her during the episode fucking she's roaming around the hospital and shit. So it gives you a feeling that it's her that's making that's taking these motherfuckers out. But I don't know, it just gave it off to me that as soon as Tenma was like going off saying what he was saying, like I want them all dead or whatever the fuck, and then you see the him leave the room and you just see the camera slowly creep up on Johan in the bed, and then you see him open his eyes slightly, bruh. So like, yo, he heard that shit. And then he heard what all them doctors were saying when he was in that room when they were trying to figure out what to do to make their negative into a positive from losing the mayor, which is taking the picture with the 2 children or whatever. So Johan heard all of that shit and he bodied them. I don't know how he bodied them. That's the one thing that's like, yo, how did this kid do all this shit? Like, on some real shit, how did he commit these murders, yo? How did he leave the hospital and then go to the director of the hospital's house and body him? So for his daughter to find him dead right there, like, how did he do all that? That's the only thing that like has me like, is it really him? But I know it's him. It got to. But this is fucked up, man. Like, choices, consequences. But we'll get into it more after the episode, man. Much appreciation to all my Patreon supporters, my YouTube family. Much appreciation, man. If any of y'all would like to watch the full episode or whatever, link will be in the description of my Patreon. Appreciate all those that do, man, and I'm ready, yo. Let's get it. What is this, Tenma's house? Or they coming to tell him that everybody got bodied and he's a suspect?
At this hour, we're here on official police business. Would you like to be Dr. Tenma?
Motherfuckers trying to set a nigga up, bruh. Don't tell me all that.
Asking, but were you home all last night?
What? No, I was out drinking until dawn. Why do you ask?
Well, sir, Eisler Memorial Hospital's Director Heinemann, Chief of Surgery Dr. Oppenheim, and Dr. Boyer. They're all dead.
All bodied. All got bodied, nigga. They got bodied. Fuck you mean. Murdered. Let's get into it, man. This opening is fire, man. And it has an older, like the opening, like it sounds like an older opening rather than what they use nowadays, which is still dope. Some of them nowadays, but just got that older aesthetic to it. Damn, now I know for a fact that it's Johan. Because watching this damn intro, I've been keeping from watching it the past 2 episodes, but I just fucked up. So yeah, it's Johan. There ain't no doubt in my mind.
No one except the police are allowed to enter the scene of the crime.
But you're interfering with the operation of this hospital.
Press is not allowed
We
inside.
can't have patients in this kind of chaos.
Can you tell us, please? Was it an accident or was it murder?
3 people died at the same time. Of course it was murder.
Are you part of the hospital staff? Tell us, would you happen to know anything about this incident?
Out of my way. Let me through.
Hey, no one's allowed in.
I work here. I'm Dr. Tenma.
Come on, step back.
So, did you see anyone suspicious earlier tonight?
I'm sorry, sir, but I don't think this is the time to
Oh,
be...
Dr. Tenma! Dr. Tenma, the director and the
Doctor.
others!
That's the only nice girl in the whole hospital, bro. Only nice human being that still has a soul.
2 patients are waiting to be operated on.
All right.
And he might be the other person. Never mind. There's 3. Just these 3 in this whole entire hospital got souls.
X-rays. How about the other case?
The patient collapsed with a stroke.
Oh, doctor. I'd like to ask you a couple of questions.
I don't have time for this.
Ask me shit. I don't know shit. Don't ask me shit.
Who could have possibly held a grudge against the director?
I don't know shit. Tenma can hold a grudge.
Around your own neck, Tenma.
Tenma got a reason. He got a motive. They set this nigga up, bro. That's cold.
Dr. Tenma! We have a problem. Those kids, the twins, the boy and the girl. They're gone, sir. We can't find them anywhere.
Don't tell me that, bruh. Bruh, Tenma, I feel bad for Tenma, bruh. Like, real shit, this nigga's a good dude, bruh. Like, he about to go through hell the rest of this series, bruh. I know it. They finna set him up, bruh.
Just gone.
What's going on?
They finna set his ass up, boy.
What the hell is going on?
You finna go through hell, my boy. I already know it. I can see it now. And I'm gonna be right here every step of the fucking way, boy. Let's get to it.
We will always remember his great accomplishments. Farewell, Dr. Heinemann. May you rest in peace.
And fuck you. Piss on your grave. Piss on your grave. But, he's a fucking terrible human being. No soul at all. But,
I know it's difficult, but please, try to...
you know what I like about NaokiUrasawa's's art? Like, all of them, their faces look like real. You feel me? Like, his art style makes, like, the characters actually look like real, like, human beings or whatever, like, to a T.
Business is just too sad, Dr. Tenma.
Yeah.
Up until now, she was
He's
fed with
still
a silver
breathing.
spoon as the director's daughter. And now suddenly, she's just another ordinary person. That's got to be quite a big shock.
She gonna gain his money.
About that.
Dr. Tenma?
She ain't no ordinary person. She gonna get his bread.
Weisbach of the Nordheim-Westfalen Police Department.
Fuck you.
This was such a tragedy.
Yes.
Let me introduce you. Dr. Tenma?
I am Inspector Lunge. I'm here from the BKA.
Oh, he the one.
About your amazing...
He the one. We gonna be with him for a minute throughout the series. He the one right here, this bitch. Oh yeah, this Fed, he gonna be on us, boy. He gonna suspect...
To the children's whereabouts?
No, but we have determined the cause of death for the director and the other 2 doctors.
Mm.
We have discovered traces of nitrate inside all 3 of their bodies.
Damn, how the fuck Johan did all that?
I see you're not a doctor for nothing.
How could something like that end up in...
It was candy.
Huh? Candy?
It turns out the same candy wrapper was found beside each of the bodies. The same substance was also found in each of their stomachs.
The direct... Yeah, he's weird.
It's candy or something else of that sort?
Yeah, Johan. The director what Johan's candy when he was in Johan's room.
The BK
So it makes sense a little.
Jurisdiction on this particular case from the local authorities. Please don't worry. As it stands, after investigating certain events, we believe all this could be tied back to the moment the twins' parents were shot to death. First, their parents defect from East Germany and are murdered soon after that. Then staff from the hospital where the children were treated.
Oh, they defected from Germany.
Terrorism may be a possibility.
Interesting.
Those children might
The family.
be the key to this whole mystery.
They need protection. Please do your best to find them, Inspector.
We certainly will.
Excuse us.
Nah, he suspect Tenma. His punk ass.
Interesting.
Twitching and shit. He suspect Tenma.
And then his engagement at the director's
No disrespect to anybody that twitches.
But the man was in the bar drinking at the time the crime was committed. It checks out.
He's just like, yo.
Oh, this. I was just typing.
Huh?
That makes sense. I thought he was thinking.
Onto the hard drive in my head. And if I access the information, no, I still have a long ways to go. Dr. Tenma was actually quite modest about it when I commented on his well-recognized talents earlier.
That's the type of dude he is.
The police, huh?
You expected him to react in a different way. I'm telling you.
Nothing I can do about it.
He on the case, though.
Don't worry about it. They were persistent when they questioned me, too.
God, I'm so exhausted. Once this whole thing gets settled, I think I'm gonna go back to Japan.
Huh?
I came to Germany to do research, but with everything that's happened, I see again. The most important thing for a doctor is to save lives.
Real shit.
Don't get all depressed on me.
I respect that. Go back home to the motherland. To your motherland. Fuck all these white folk. It's a joke, man. Don't take that shit to the heart, man. It's all love.
I think I'll be able to work like I used to.
Yes, of course.
Good, because if I'm not there, I'll have no choice but to close shop.
However, you mustn't overdo it. I'll stop by your restaurant for a drink after you're released. And that's just to make sure that you're not overworking.
Say, Dr. Tenma,
Yes?
I heard that you were leaving this hospital. Is it true, Doctor? Don't quit. Please don't quit. Good doctors like you are so hard to find. Please stay. Please don't say you're quitting. Please.
That's some real shit. That must mean a lot. As a doctor to hear those words from one of your patients.
Dr. Tenma, the chairman is asking for you.
Here we go.
Right now, he's in a meeting with the board discussing how to fill the open positions. Until now, most of these posts were held by Dr. Heinemann's followers. It seems like there are going to be major changes. For example, the rumor is Dr. Eckner is being transferred to a small hospital in Bavaria.
I see.
Dr. Tenma, hold on. No matter what the chairman says, please don't give up. I want you to know we're all behind you. So please, don't leave the hospital.
Let me say this again. I'm performance-oriented, and that's the reason I'm making you chief of surgery.
Oh, that's fire. I didn't expect all that. So these motherfuckers died and you moved right back on up. Johan.
I went against the director's orders and lost my position as chief. And my engagement to Ava is broken. And then as soon as I decide to work as a regular doctor without hope of ever being promoted.
They died and he got promoted again, bro.
Oh God, what a life this is.
It's been a crazy couple days, bro. Like on some real, not couple days. I don't know how long the time span been going on, but it's been a long couple. It's been a long, a lot of shit been going on.
I heard you'd been appointed chief of surgery.
Oh, and she wants you back now, man. Fuck you, fuck her, Tenma.
Kenzo.
Fuck her.
My father's funeral. I remember you were trying to comfort me, weren't you?
I don't care about nothing you gotta say, bro. Ain't nothing you saying. Mean
A
anything.
lot of things happened between us, but I'd like to start over.
There ain't nothing real about you, cuz. That's what I'm talking about, nigga. That's what the fuck I'm talking about, brother. That's my dog, bro. I rock with Tenma. Tenma ain't no punk.
Please forgive me, I was wrong.
Nah, ain't no punks over here, bro. You ain't finna fool us. We done already seen what your soul look like. You don't even have one. Feel bad for my dog, boy, but he had morals and principles, nigga. He ain't. Nah, we ain't no punk. 9 years later, let's get to it.
I understand.
Knew there was gonna be a time skip.
Excellent, Doctor. I'm glad to hear that.
Make the arrangements for the procedure.
Right.
That boy Tenma, boy, let's go, man. I'm so happy he wasn't a punk and took her back, bro. Real talk. 1995 Germany.
The
I was born in 95.
It's true. They talk about a unified Europe, but we just keep getting dumped.
I'm curious if we see get to see like the historical aspects of that time in Germany.
Inspector, we have arrived, sir.
Another body.
The victims had their throats slit.
Mm.
Isn't pretty.
Their identities.
Just keep the bodies keep piling up.
They were murdered in their home. I believe they were hidden away in a closet, but were washed out into the open because of the rising floodwaters. Another middle-aged couple murdered for greed. In the past 2 years, there have been
He's just typing.
across the country, all murdered the same way. Probably the same thief.
No. It's too premature to call these simple robberies. Judging from the data, for some reason none of these couples seem to have had any children.
Well, this couple didn't seem to have any children either.
Don't you think there are too many factors in common here to make the assumption this is just a simple robbery?
Well, sir, I'm just going by the fact that money and goods were taken from all the victims' homes.
It was, all of it totaling a small amount. Although this would make sense if it were the work of a single perpetrator.
Hold on, you're suggesting there's more than one?
Two of the homes in question
Be on
had
it.
extremely strong locks and sophisticated alarm systems. But the perpetrator bypassed them and was able to enter without any trouble. Also, none of the couple showed any signs of struggle before they were killed, and the neighbors did not hear a single sound at the time the incident took place. Don't you think these were orchestrated all too well for just one suspect?
Yeah, maybe.
He's good, man. I'm curious.
No.
I'm curious to get more out of his character.
32 years old. He's been arrested twice for larceny. In a robbery, he's the one who gets you through the front door. In other words, a lockpick. It turns out, he was spotted near the area in 3 of those 4 double murder cases.
He's got to be the man, right?
Or not.
It's a suspect.
Well,
It's a suspect.
in any case, detective, your job here is done. The BKA will take it from here.
Sure.
Yeah, because if we leave it in y'all hands, you motherfuckers ain't gonna get it done. I ain't gonna get close to finding out who did this.
After all. Sorry,
Man, where is Johan at? Where's the daughter at?
Well, Doctor, do tell. How was your date last night?
Oh, well, she seemed like a nice girl.
Come on, Dr. Tenma, don't be coy.
So Tenma decided to stay in Japan as the head of surgery or whatever, and
Emergency call during dinner, so I had to come back to the hospital.
instead of going home.
What? You'd better rethink that all work and no play doctrine. You're gonna lose a great catch and regret it someday. Do you hear me? Hey, are you listening to a word I'm saying?
Ah, a kite, eh?
Good morning, Doctor. How are you?
Is this yours, Carl?
My grandpa gave it to me, but it won't fly. I think it's broken.
Maybe the alignment needs to be adjusted.
Well, Doctor, do you know how to fly a kite?
When I was a kid back in Japan, I used to do this a lot. Hold it up in the air now, all right? You ready?
How, like this?
Attaboy.
Must be something the creator did as a child too, or back home in Japan.
It's flying!
He a good dude doing this for these kids, bro. Tenma just a good dude, bro. Like, he has a good heart and soul. So he don't really deserve none of the bullshit that's about to come, bro. Whatever's about to come, he don't deserve this, man. This gonna be some shit.
Fly it yourself, okay?
Yeah.
Some real shit, man.
Today's surgery is a paracellular meningioma extirpation. We'll proceed with a right pterional approach.
Yes. Everyone watch closely. The chief of surgery himself is heading up this one.
Brilliant operation. Just look at that. He's hardly retracted the brain at all.
He is truly a surgical genius. New residents should learn to treat the brain with such care.
Is that the dude that they showed him a picture of? That could be the suspect in the 4 murders? Yup. Who you running away from? Ooh, got his ass. He gonna have to go to the hospital. Where Tenma's at? Oh yeah, got his at. Ooh. I like how they make the blood look. It don't look too bad, bro.
Ambulance! Someone call an ambulance!
I didn't do it! This wasn't my fault! This guy ran into the street all of a sudden out of nowhere!
But who was chasing him though?
Is this the patient?
Yes.
Yo.
How is he?
Well, we tried. But there isn't much we can do.
This man is a material witness in a case. It's important that we get his testimony since it may help us solve a string of serial murders.
I got lucky that he got hit. They were able to find him in the hospital.
This patient is in very critical condition. Really, there's nothing else we can do for him here. However, there's a top-notch neurosurgeon at Eisler Memorial Hospital. If he comes here, he might be able to do something.
Neurosurgeon. That would be Dr. Tenma.
Thanks for coming all the way out here, Dr. Tenma.
What's his condition right now?
He is conscious, but a bit delirious. Also, one of his pupils is dilated.
It's been a while, hasn't it, Dr. Tenma?
Sorry.
It's been 9 years. It's been 9 years.
The director's funeral, remember?
Oh, yes, you were from the BKA.
Inspector Lunge, please do be sure to perform a successful operation for the sake of the BKA. The thing is, Doctor, this patient has to survive. He holds the key to solving a very important case.
Well, Inspector, I don't operate for the sake of the police. I do it for the sake of the patient.
Fair enough, Doctor.
That's right. That's a bar, nigga. Real shit. That's facts. That's my dog, bro.
You've become the chief of surgery. Well now, Doctor. You've certainly become very successful.
Yes, and what about it?
Nothing. At your age, it's quite an accomplishment. Aren't you next in line to become the director?
No. I still have a long way to go.
Those murders years ago at Eisler Memorial Hospital. Due to a lack of evidence, that investigation has seen very little progress. The clue we found was the poison candy. This suggests it was a calculated act on the part of the killer. In that kind of crime, the killer always has something to gain from the victim's death.
Now fuck you. Yeah, you know what he getting at.
In my line of work, the mind doesn't stop. I'm always thinking like this. In any case, rest assured, of all the cases I've ever handled throughout my career, not one has gone unsolved. No, not a single one.
Well,
that's a threat. The fuck, that's a threat. And it's crazy because I didn't expect things to go this way. I thought from those murders happening, it was gonna be like a setup for Tenma, and they were gonna think he's the main suspect and all this, but it actually just ended up working out great for Tenma. You feel me? He got named head of the
Memorial Hospital murders. No matter which way I looked at it, one person had everything to gain from the incident, and that is you, Dr. Tenma.
Tenma's the farthest thing, bro. It's crazy, but like I was saying, yeah, I didn't expect it to go this way, working in his favor.
Driving all this way.
But then he's still a main suspect in those murders, so it's just interesting. I didn't expect things to go this way.
He's also got paralysis on the left side.
But he has already started rehab, hasn't he? The paralysis should go away. He's on the right track. Listen, I think the police want to interrogate him as soon as possible, but that's out of the question.
But doctor, that detective Lunge is a very persistent man.
Right now, the patient's recovery is all I'm worried about.
He all about the patient. He ain't about fuck what anybody else think or want.
How are you feeling, Mr. Junkers? Everything okay?
Nah, he got something high though. This dude, he's swimming in muddy waters, bruh.
I'm holding up? How about it? Can you talk to me today? What's that? I'm sorry. What did you say? Coming? Mr. Junkers, what's coming?
The monster is coming.
He said the monster is coming.
The monster is coming.
That's fire. Johan, nigga. Let's go, bro. The monster, nigga. The monster, Johan. Let's go, bro. That was fire. I like how that ended off right there, man. The monster is coming, bro. That's some shit. I done seen hella monsters already. What the fuck you mean the monster is coming? I done seen hella monsters in these 3 episodes, bro. And they all lost their damn lives. Shit, I'm happy about that. Well, except that not all of them lost their lives, but the woman is still kicking. But this was dope, man. This was dope. Let's get to episode 4.
How are you feeling, Mr. Junkers? Everything okay? So, tell me, Mr. Junkers, are you able to recognize me? Do you see this finger I'm holding up? How about it? Can you talk to me today?
The monster is coming. The monster is coming, nigga. The monster is coming. That's some scary shit, bruh. That is
coming. Mr. Junkers, what's coming?
The monster is coming.
The monster is coming.
The monster is coming.
That's some scary shit, cuz.
The monster?
Let's get into it.
Junkers, I know you're able to speak. You have been identified at the scene of the crime of 4 murders involving middle-aged couples in the past 2 years. There's no point denying it. What do you say? Well, speak up, Mr. Junkers.
Tell him the monster is coming. Fuck, nigga. You want me to speak? You want me to tell you something? Let me tell you that.
Strictly undoing locks. You couldn't have possibly slit their throats in one single slash with such cold-blooded grace, Junkers. No, that wasn't your work. Now that means there had to be other accomplices involved. And I'm thinking there would have had to have been at least 3 of you in order to do both. Open a strong lock and murder a middle-aged couple without resistance. That sound about right? We're almost through compiling a list of suspects who we already know are skillful with knives. It's only a matter of time before we're able to narrow it down to one name, whether you decide to cooperate with us or not. However, I must confess that's not really what I wanted to ask you about. What I would really like to know, Mr. Junkers, is why 4 couples from across Germany, and every one of the couples middle-aged and without children. Money and items were stolen, but we know the amounts were too small to justify murdering for a mere third of it. All right, so tell me, are you up for some negotiation? If you confess now, we'll dismiss all charges against you. So tell me, who is the person who hired you to do this?
The monster. The monster is coming. Damn, Johan literally terrified. Like, he is terrified of Johan, bruh. That nigga's terrified of Johan, bruh. Johan is a fucking monster, bro. I can't wait to see what he do, bruh.
Very well, but I'll be coming back at a later time. And just to make sure he isn't poisoned or that he doesn't disappear, I will assign a guard to watch him closely. That shouldn't strike you as odd. There always seems to be so much trouble happening all around you, Dr. Tenma.
What exactly are you trying to say?
Oh, nothing really. Well then, we'll keep in touch.
Shit, he's saying what he's saying. Shit, he think you the one orchestrating all this shit.
Hey, hold on. Where are you going?
Just going out for a walk.
He's not supposed to leave the room without permission.
Patients need to get fresh air every so often. We're just going out into the garden. You're welcome to come with us if you like, officer.
The Polar's Eye. Fuck the Polar's Eye. You know the Polar's Eye can legally beat your ass? You feel me? Legally, they can fuck you up. Brutalize you. I done got beat by the police over there many times, bro. By them. With sticks and all. Couldn't do a damn thing about it.
It's afternoons like this one that make you happy to be alive, you know? If it weren't for times like today, I don't think I'd be able to go on. Especially when you're here constantly seeing people having to fight for their lives. That's why it's easier for some doctors to think about their money, their research, or getting promoted. I used to be one of those guys myself. I wanted to get promoted and do my own research. I was positive that being successful in surgery was the way to the top. But after performing a surgery on a certain little boy, everything changed for me. He was the older of twin siblings. He'd been shot in the head. Saving his life reminded me why I had become a doctor in the first place. It reminded me that all human lives should be regarded as equal, and that a doctor's job is to save those lives.
That's some real shit, bro. But this shit it's gonna turn into something else, bro. Just because you did save that one life.
People start over all the time. It's never too late, believe me.
Doctor. You know something. You and I are very close in age. But you're almost like a father to me. Doctor, you saved my life and you've protected me. That's why it almost feels like you're my father.
Well, it looks like I landed myself one big kid, huh?
This one time when I was a little boy, I wanted this clock. You know, I'm sure you've seen those before. The kind that have a little nutcracker figurine popping out of it every hour. I would stare at it for a long time, pressing my face against that display window at the store every afternoon. So I guess it's no surprise, Doctor, that was the first lock I ever picked in my life. But I was caught in the act, and I never got that clock. However, ever since that day, picking locks sort of became my job. And it all started just because I wanted that stupid clock. All I wanted was that stupid clock. I just...
You should just tell them everything. Tell the police everything you know, and just make a fresh start of it.
That nigga's terrified, boy. The monster.
All my friends, they were all killed.
Who did it?
All his peoples was all killed.
Is it this monster? The one that you mentioned before?
The monster is coming. Let's get to it, man. I'm hyped. I'm fucking hyped.
Don't screw it up this time. I went out of my way to set this one up for you. You know, she's the daughter of a state legislator. She is beautiful and intelligent, all in one package. In other words, perfection.
But do she have a soul?
But you know what? All kidding aside, you're
Is she
right.
humbled?
It's time for me to find someone
course I'm right. The thing is that someone in your position without a wife just seems like, hey.
I'm sure you've seen those before.
The clock that he brought up.
Cracker figurine popping out of it every hour.
This is it.
And you gonna buy it for that dude, bro? That dude is a head suspect in the murder of 4 people, 2 couples. Like, what the fuck is wrong with Tenma, dog?
People start over all the time. It's never too late, believe me.
Oh no, it's too late for your ass. Whatever the fuck you involved in, nigga, it's too late for you. Shit. Ain't no starting over. Ain't no change.
Officer? Excuse me, officer, are you out there?
Officer dead.
Hello?
Oh yeah, he dead. Or he's just not there.
Confess, but I'd prefer if Dr. Tenma were present.
I'm ready to confess. Yeah, you gonna get bodied before you get the chance to. Ooh, I like the thriller aspect, yo. They really got, I was like, oh shit. That nigga dead. Let's get to it. The monster is here. The monster has arrived. Fuck you, man. Let's get to it. I'm ready, bro.
I know it's late, but can I go see one of my patients?
Yes, but of course, Dr. Tenma. What is it you have there?
I found something special.
For a damn dude in a murder rap. Fucking 5, 6 murders. 4 or 6 murders. I can't remember which one. You gonna buy a damn gift for him. Yeah, bodied. I love this dark, creepy hallway. It's fire.
Are you alright? He's dead.
The candy. That's crazy. That was just, he was killed in that way on purpose, just so Tenma could find him like that and see the candy wrapper. Or no, that was to make sure the fucking guard, I mean the feds come and see that wrapper. And this is gonna be the real setup for to fuck Tenma over. Let's see.
Patients disappearing. Just like 9 years ago.
So how old would Johan be right now? How old was he as a kid when all that happened? Bro, he ran all the way to a fucking abandoned building. Like, what the fuck is wrong with that dude, bro?
Mr. Junkers!
Let's get to it.
It's
This
me,
is-
Dr. Tenma.
Doctor! Stay away, Doctor!
Let's go back to the hospital, Mr. Junkers. Everything will be all right.
Don't, Doctor! Don't come any closer! I'm begging you, please, don't look at him!
At who?
He's the one who killed my friends, and he'll kill you too!
The fuck? That nigga's a boss. Look at him.
Doctor, it's me.
Johan.
9 years ago, you saved my life.
Yo, this voice.
9 years ago?
Yo, his voice, bruh.
Have you forgotten already, Doctor? About the twins?
Johan. Liebert. That's crazy, Nick. Let's get to it, bro. I'm here for all the smoke. I like his voice, though. His voice actor or whatever. Like, I like his voice. That shit creepy. He all dark in the shadows.
Run! Don't look at his face! He'll kill you!
What do you think you're doing here? Mr. Junkers is my patient. Let him go!
What am I doing?
We finna smoke his ass. You feel me? Finna body that nigga. Fuck you mean?
An execution.
An execution. That was the exact words.
We were hired by him. He'd call us each time. A large amount would be wired to our accounts after each job. That way it seemed as if we had taken the money and split it. He had it all figured out.
So how he got money like that to be wiring money and shit? To make hits on people and shit. Where he getting this bread from?
Following me, so he wanted to get rid of us. Listen to me. The other two, Fritz the Slayer and Big Boy Boris, have already been killed. Fritz said to me just before he died that we had... Oh my God, that we had been hired by a monster.
It's done. You made a deal with the devil. It's too late.
It means nothing to him. Run, Doctor. He'll kill you where you stand. Just run.
You talk too much, Junkers.
Bitch. You fucking rat. You fucking rat talking, telling everything.
I was your attending physician. You are Johan Liebert, the elder of fraternal twins.
He looks fire in the shadows like that.
Former advisor of commerce, who fled East Germany in 1986 as a political refugee to the West. If we know this much about you, you can't possibly escape. Don't add to your crimes, Johan.
Trying to touch his soul.
There was a time when I went by that name. But you know something, Doctor? Johan isn't my real name.
So he don't really even exist.
You must never know about my past. Not about those 4 couples. Nor the Lieberts. But you're different, Doctor.
Things we gotta look into.
For me, and you restored me to life. So I feel as though you're like a father to me.
Like a father?
The truth is, if it weren't for you, I wouldn't be standing here right now.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Tenma must be blamed for all this shit.
A human life is precious, don't you see that?
That's a bar. That was real shit.
Back to being the doctor I should have always been. Saving your life made me realize that the weight of each life is equal. No one's better than anyone else. That's why no one has the right to take another person's life. As a doctor,
I completely agree, but he don't see things that way. Johan don't feel the same way.
What are you laughing at?
Doctor, I heard you were promoted to Chief of Surgery soon after that incident. I'm really happy, Doctor, that you were promoted to that position.
What are you trying to tell me?
You are where you are today because the director and the others died, right? I'm so glad I was able to help.
Know it, bruh. Fuck you mean, bruh. Johan. Johan runs shit. Johan runs shit, bruh.
You wanted, Doctor? That's what you said anyway.
Yep.
After I regained consciousness.
I knew it. He heard all of that shit, bruh, that you were saying.
You wished they were dead.
I am not wrong. He is... Bastard. Bastard. He'd be
Better off dead.
All that I did was grant you your wish, Doctor.
Johan got bodies, nigga, on his conscience, bro, on his soul. He got bodies. Multiple.
Save me, Doctor. I don't want to die.
He said, you talk too much. He said, you talk too much. Man, body him, Johan. Body his ass. The fuck I'm talking about, bro? We need more bodies, bro. Let's get to it, brother. I'm on Johan's team, nigga. Fuck you. I want Johan to body everybody. Let's get to it. Except Tenma. Tenma better not die, but Johan body whoever you please. I'd be stuck too if I was Tenma.
Die that night. You're the one who resurrected me, Doctor.
And now you gotta live with that. You better turn your head and look at the devil in his eyes, nigga. Fuck you. That's crazy. That's a monster right there. They did the white man, the evil white man. Nigga. It's a monster. Yo, I'm hyped, bro. He played this shit off so smooth, man. And how his body was just entrenched in the shadows right there, man. Yo, that was fire. That was fire, man. Yo, I'm hyped for what's to come, man. Tenma gonna have to shit. I don't know what Tenma gonna have to do, but he gonna have to do something.
Evidence when you need it the most. Well, wouldn't you agree, Dr. Tenma?
Fuck you. They gonna think it's Tenma, bruh. That did all this shit.
All right. To summarize what you've told me so far, just to make sure that we piece it all together. Back in 1986, Liebert, a high government official, escaped from East Germany with his wife and 2 children. Right after they arrived, the Liebert family was attacked. The couple was killed, and the twin brother suffered a critical gunshot wound to the head. You were the surgeon in charge of his operation, and subsequently saved the boy's life. But to everyone's surprise, as fate would have it, the boy kills the director, the chief of surgery, and the head of neurosurgery with poison candy, and then disappears. And last night, after 9 long years, out of the clear blue, the Liebert boy reappears and kills a state police officer with poison candy yet again. And right in front of your eyes, he shoots Adolf Junkers, your patient. He is none other than the very man that hired Junkers and 2 others to murder the 4 middle-aged couples across Germany.
He don't believe nothing, none of this shit.
Johan Liebert.
He don't believe none of this.
I believe that's the entire story, isn't it?
Fuck the feds. Fuck you.
Yes, sir.
I think we're finished with the doctor. He can go.
I don't think that someone with Dr. Tenma's credentials or in his position could be responsible for such a crime. He has an alibi for the time the policeman was killed, and we didn't find any gunpowder residue on his hands. So much for key evidence. There go all of our leads to solving those murders of the 4 middle-aged couples. Inspector Lunge, should we get started on this Johan Liebert for the time being?
He don't believe him at all, bro. And what is Tenma to do now? This was a crazy episode. Like, that really was a crazy ass scene. Like, that's a moment in anime history, bro. that dark shadowed figure, Johan. Like, this is some shit, man. That was a crazy scene, man. We're gonna get into more of that in the review. Oh, it's time for the review now. It's the end of the episode. Damn, I feel bad for my boy Tenma, bruh. His decision to do the right thing, you feel me? To have a conscience, have a soul, save a young child's life. Fucking turned on him, bruh. He done created a monster. No, not create. He done resuscitated and brought back alive a monster. Let's see, bruh. And that choice, that fated choice, will be the end of his life, bro. This is crazy. This is crazy. Yo, so that was Monster, man. Episodes 3 and 4, bro. I feel, bro, episode 4, bro. I feel like that whole moment was just classic, yo. It gotta be like that. That has to be a staple in anime history, bro. That moment right there. And seeing Johan in just the clouded dark figure in the shadows, yo, like that shit was fire, man. But going through the episode, because I got a lot to say about that part. Going through the episode, man, episode 3, yo. So we start off with the aftermath of all the deaths that happened, from the director to the other 2 doctors at the hospital. Had the funeral, everything. And we get introduced to Inspector Lunge. Or Lupe, I'm gonna call him Lupe, but I think it was Inspector or Detective Lunge. And he's interesting, yo. I find him an intriguing character in this introduction, yo. Like, he's very perceptive, and he has this like twitching thing with his fingers, but it's really not a twitch. It's him like typing out or thinking things or whatever in his mind so I find it to be dope, man. Everybody has their own weird quirks or whatever, if you could say, and some is just some people's are just more on display than others. You feel me? With it being so out there, like you could feel it and see it if you're around him doing that. So it's dope, man. And he really suspects Tenma. Off rip, he suspects Tenma is the one because Tenma has the motive, and Tenma is connected to all of them deeply due to the events in the past 2 episodes. So I just thought that was a dope introduction to him, and just the fact that Tenma got awarded the position of being chief or head of surgery or whatever, and it's all due to the murders. Because before the murders, he got demoted. He was supposed to get head chief of surgery or whatever, but the director wasn't rocking with Tenma no more. So due to the deaths of those individuals, Tenma benefited and was awarded more than anybody else. So that's another reason to suspect his ass. But it's crazy. Like, I love that scene where Tenma was just like crying, but he was like laughing at the same time. It's like a hysterical thing. Where after he got awarded the chief of director, and he was like, life is, I can't remember his exact words. He said, life is crazy, or life's a trip, or life is fun. Like some shit, just sitting there crying. And that's facts. Like, real shit. He had everything stripped and taken away from him, and then right when these people die, he get everything back. So it's crazy, yo. So we get jumped forward 9 years into the future, and we get word about these murders that's been happening with 2 separate couples or whatever, and they all have the same thing in common. They don't have no kids. They're not wealthy or nothing like that. So the lieutenant, Detective Lupe or I'm gonna call him Lupe, whatever. Detective or Inspector Lupe, he's very, like I said, perceptive, and he got hipped to the fact that this can't be just one person doing this by themselves. And he already was hip to who the suspect is, the number 1 suspect so far that they heard of. And then when we get introduced to this suspect is running away, scared, frightened, but ends up getting hit by a car and getting put in the hospital. So he didn't tell the police shit. He didn't tell the police nothing. But Tenma, he spoke and muttered some words saying the monster is coming, which that was some scary shit. Like how he said it, like he's literally legit terrified of Johan, yo. Like, so I'm this is just hyping this series up for what's to come, yo. Before we continue on, it was dope seeing that the chick came back to Tenma after Tenma was awarded to be chief of the hospital or whatever, of the surgery staff or whatever. And it's funny how she came back to him after that, and Tenma didn't even say a word to her. He just got up and walked away. Fuck you, bitch. Like, real talk. There's nothing good about that woman, bro. She don't got no soul. And all this nice play act that she got going on in front of you, bro, is not real, bro. And I'm happy that he didn't get soft. You feel me? He recognized her for what she is, and he said, I'm not dealing with that no more. So I respect that. But things were going well for Tenma after 9 years. You feel me? He's head. Things are going well in the hospital. You feel me? He has great relationships with his patients. His patients love him. That shit he did for that little boy with the kite was fire. Like, that was dope, man. He's just a good dude, man. So, okay, so it's really crazy to me how Tenma's decision, his choice that day to not operate on the mayor and save this little boy's life, because he was first in, you feel me, and he is your patient, and you were the only person that could save him. Like, Tenma legit was the only person that could have saved him. So I just find it very interesting how he just, like how like the shit can flip on you, man. The choices you make today may be good choices and may be good for what's going on right now, but may in fact turn on your ass a day from now, a week from now, or 9 years from now. So I just find like Tenma did the right thing, bro. He ain't got nothing. He shouldn't have no guilt over whatever is gonna happen next, bro. He shouldn't, bro, because he did the right thing in that moment, bro. He didn't know this kid was a fucking serial killer. Like, he didn't know this kid was a sociopath. He didn't know this kid was a murderer. Like, he didn't know any of these things. He was just doing what he felt was right with the information that he had. So I don't blame Tenma, bro, but I thought it's great. Like, the whole scene from when the dude gets up and tries to talk to the officer, notices no one's there, and then notices the officer right there, dead on the other side, and just the hallway's dark and creepy, and then Tenma fucking chases him to this building, and you just find Johan just standing there in the shadows. Like, that is legit some scary shit, bro. If anybody would have saw some shit like that and you just get in the shadows like that, like, I just found that to be dope and just so just a great introduction, you feel me, to the first time we see him. We don't even see his face, bro, but I just thought that was dope, man. And the things he was saying, we learned a couple things from that first encounter with Johan, first of all, this nigga's a sociopath, and he's a mastermind. Like, he orchestrated the hits for all these murders when he was a kid, and the murders of these couples. And the fact that he said, what I'm about to do right now is an execution, like, he's a sociopath for real, and he's a genius. So that's two things we learned. But he also gave off one important thing, I should say, as a whole, that Johan is not his real name. That's one. And two, Dr. Tenma and us, well, me, us, all of us, we should not find out the history behind Johan's past, the Lieberts, and of the couples that were killed. So that will give us a big reveal onto who Johan is and what he's about, and just what his goal is, I guess. I don't know, bro. What is all this for? What Johan's doing right now? So I'm curious, bro. We got to find out the information on all those people. I like the part where Tenma told Johan, like, you can't just go around killing people, and Johan gave a very sociopathic answer, like, why not? And he's like, bruh, why not? Because a human life is precious. Don't you see that? And that was just some real shit, and I completely agree. But then the real part that will fuck with you is when he said, when Johan said, I heard your life's been going great, you feel me, ever since them murders, ever since them people got killed, and now you're the director, the head of surgery or whatever, and that's all due to me. You feel me? You wouldn't have had all this good these good moments in these past 9 years if it wasn't, and you wouldn't be in the place you're in the position you're in right now, if those people were not killed. You feel me? So it's crazy to me, yo, like how all this played out. But the moment that really got me was when he killed the dude. You feel me? In cold blood, just smoked his ass. And then Tenma's just sitting there stuck. And you just see Johan walk up. And Tenma's still stuck. And once they get right next to each other, Tenma finally has the courage to turn his eye, you feel me, to get a look, and you just see Johan just smiling at him, bruh. Like, that up close, yo. Like, that shit is crazy, my nigga. Like, that shit was scary. You feel me? That was some real scary shit, and I'm just curious to see what we go to from here, bruh. The feds, Detective Inspector Lupe or whatever, he thinks it's Tenma. And to see Tenma just go out on the street in the end of the episode and just cry and just sit there on the floor on his knees crying, like, this is fucked up, man. If he didn't make that choice, this dude would not be alive, bro, and these people would have not been killed. But Tenma wouldn't also be in the position he's in right now. So it's all about choices, man, and there's consequences to every choice, right, good or bad. So yeah, this was dope, man. This is fire. I feel like that was it. And I've been watching anime and manga and reading manga all my life, and I know an iconic moment when I see it. And that moment with Johan was iconic. I don't give a fuck. Much love to all my subscribers, Patreon supporters. Y'all be safe. Have a good day. Peace.